Imagine a world before cities, before trees, even before the familiar shapes of leaves and bark. A world where the ground beneath our feet was still forming. A time so distant, it feels like science fiction. We often think of dinosaurs as ancient history, giants that roamed a green earth. But what came before them? Who were the true pioneers of life? The ones who laid the very foundations? To answer that, we have to rewind, way past the Jurassic, even before the Triassic, when the first dinosaurs appeared. We're talking about the Paleozoic Era, a stretch of time from 541 to 252 million years ago, almost 300 million years, and within that, several distinct periods. The Cambrian period, for instance, around 540 million years ago. This was when life exploded. The Cambrian Explosion. Before this time, Earth's oceans were home to mostly single-celled organisms or very simple, soft-bodied creatures. But in a relatively short geological blink, complex, multicellular life suddenly appeared, with skeletons, shells, and even eyes. One of the most famous creatures from this era is the Anomalocaris, meaning abnormal shrimp. It was the apex predator of its time, growing up to a meter long. Imagine a world where the top predator looked like a bizarre swimming arthropod. It had large compound eyes and powerful grasping appendages, hunting creatures like the omnipresent trilobites. These armored invertebrates are perhaps the most iconic fossil group. They scuttled across the seafloor for hundreds of millions of years, from the Cambrian all the way to the Permian, a testament to their evolutionary success. As the Paleozoic progressed, so did life. In the Ordovician period, around 485 million years ago, giant cephalopods emerged, creatures like the orthocones. Some of these could reach lengths of 10 meters. Imagine swimming in an ocean where these colossal, shelled squids lurked, predators with tentacles and powerful beaks. The Silurian period saw the first jawed fish, a pivotal evolutionary moment. And the first true land plants began to appear, slowly greening the barren continents. Then came the Devonian period, often called the Age of Fish. The oceans teemed with diverse fish forms, including the immense armored placoderms, like Dunkleosteus, an absolute nightmare of a predator, with powerful biting plates instead of teeth. But the Devonian was also crucial for life on land. It was during this time that the first amphibians crawled out of the water. Creatures like Ichthyostega, with their sturdy limbs, they were the first vertebrates to truly begin colonizing the land. The plants continued their conquest, forming the first forests, leading us to the Carboniferous period, a name that literally means coal-bearing. This was a time of vast swampy forests, towering ferns, and giant club mosses. The oxygen levels in the atmosphere were incredibly high, around 35% compared to today's 21%. This led to gigantism among arthropods. Imagine dragonflies with wingspans of over 2 feet, like Meganeura, or millipedes the size of small cars, Arthropleura, stretching over 2 meters long. The first reptiles also evolved during this period. Their amniotic eggs freed them from water for reproduction, a crucial step towards true terrestrial dominance. Finally, we arrive at the Permian period, the last chapter of the Paleozoic Era. From 299 to 252 million years ago, the continents had joined to form the supercontinent Pangaea, creating vast, arid interiors. This was the age of the synapsids, often mistaken for dinosaurs but distinct. They were the dominant terrestrial vertebrates. Creatures like Dimetrodon, with its distinctive sail on its back, and the bizarre Gorgonopsians, saber-toothed predators that looked like precursors to mammals. These were the reigning kings and queens of the land, until the very end of the Permian. When the Earth faced its greatest catastrophe, the Permian-Triassic extinction event, also known as the Great Dying. An estimated 96% of all marine species went extinct, and 70% of terrestrial vertebrate species. The cause is still debated, but massive volcanic activity in Siberia is the leading suspect, releasing vast amounts of greenhouse gases, leading to runaway global warming and ocean acidification. It wiped the slate clean, opening up ecological niches for new forms of life. And after this catastrophic event, in the early Triassic period, from the ashes of the Permian, The first dinosaurs began their ascent. Starting small, unassuming, they cautiously explored a world forever changed. But the story of their predecessors is often forgotten. The weird, wonderful, and terrifying creatures that paved the way. They were the Earth's first empires of life. Their echoes still resonate in our modern world. From the coal in our power plants laid down in carboniferous swamps to the very structure of our own bodies, tracing back to those first jawed fish. The past is never truly gone, just waiting to be rediscovered and understood. If you found this journey through deep time intriguing, consider subscribing for more explorations into the hidden corners of history and science.